What's happening, guys? It's TMD and
Jack.
We're back, guys. A lot has happened since the last three-wheeler, four-wheeler video. Been a long time. Jack, he's about 6'2".
6'3".
6'3" probably. And he graduated high school and turned 18.
Indeed.
He's a short kid. Anyway, guys, let's go check out what we got in the back of the world headquarters. So come along. All right, guys, it's been a bit since maple syrup season's been over. That ended back in April, and we made a record crop, record production. And one of the things I like to do after that is reward myself with another vintage off-road machine. So Jack, what do we have today? Let's show the audience what we bought today.
So right here,
Yes, sir.
boom, we have a 1987 Yamaha 200 big wheel.
Oh yeah. This thing, guys, we're normally sticking with 3 wheels and 4 wheels, but Jack said we need something with 2 wheels.
I kind of did.
We essentially need a 3-wheeler that has only 1 rear tire. So that's what this is, in my opinion. This thing is kind of a oddball. Yeah, have you ever been on one before in your life?
No, never.
No, you're only 18. This thing like was built, oh, I don't know how many years before you were born.
I don't know if I was born
87. Oh, that's easy math.
Easy math.
This was built
Probably
30 years before you were born, okay? And at that time, I was a young man, younger than you. So,
I'm just saying it's funky because, you know, normal dirt bikes, they don't have these tires. Even though I've really never ridden a dirt bike before, from what I've seen and stuff, they're a lot easier because you can kind of maneuver them around. But this thing it's heavy and it's got big wheels because it's the big wheel.
that's right.
And
Hence its name.
yeah, and it's not the lightest or the most agile, some may say.
I mean, we've been on it a couple times. We haven't ridden it a lot. I thought I got a pretty good deal on it. Basically, what I had to do was sell, let's see here, 60 gallons of maple syrup to buy this. I had to sell about 1 drum of maple syrup to pay for that. Went and picked this thing up. It came from Wisconsin. Let's get a little bit of a look over here, guys. As always, and the machines that I buy, that I like to buy, they're pretty much stock machines, pretty much all original, all complete. Let's take a look at it. We got the stock exhaust on this thing. I believe it still has the OEM rear tire. If you take a look at these things, they have drum brakes and they have manual linkage, of course, then. It's got that 200cc 4-stroke motor. This is a 4-stroke, of course. Of course, looks like it's got the front rear, or the original front tire. And then the plastics, they're all here. They're all non-cracked. It's got the chain guard. One thing that's kind of weird about these, I noticed, is on like a dirt bike, rear suspension, it has 2 springs and shocks on this thing. Like Jack said, it's kind of a big, heavy, the way it's built, much heavier than a dirt bike. Although we are not dirt bike guys, so we can't say we know a lot about them. You know, the one thing that needs to be done on it is the decals are getting a little bit funky, and I'm already on the case with that. So I don't know. It's a clean machine. It's all there. These are twist throttle.
On the Takati Kawasaki Takati 3-wheeler, no, it was impossible to drive. But on a dirt bike, and this isn't even like a true technically dirt bike, it's a lot easier. And I still prefer my thumb throttle, but it's not the word.
I will say that the twist on this, I don't mind it, but you put a twist on a 3-wheeler or a 4-wheeler and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So Jack, what do you think?
I say we go take this thing out and drive it around.
Let's do it. I'll go. You got the light on yet? Oh yeah, we got the rear light works. Nice. All right, Jack, I'll open the door. All right, guys, we're gonna put a little helmet on Jack, and he's gonna take it for a ride down to the farm. Yeah. All right, Jack, I'll meet you down at the farm. Now I gotta fix that, because we're having a graduation party for Jack out here in 2 days.
Whoa, hey. Good thing I got the big wheel. Yup. Oh. We're chill. I'm going slow. Whew. Don't go down there. That horse is not, that thing does not play. Wow.
All right, guys, one thing real quick, I want to give you a tip. If you're a working man like me, and I know some of you guys out there work and get your hands dirty and get your feet wet and sweaty, and you don't like that, guys, check out this link right here for Camel City Mill socks. They are the socks for the working man, made right here in the USA. No tariffs on them, and they keep your feet dry and cool. I highly recommend them, guys. Please check them out.
It's definitely fun. I mean, there obviously was a 350. That's probably very fast. It's still quick. It's very big, and I got stopped by a horse, as you saw. So yeah.
All right, guys, it's my turn. I'm gonna get on this thing. I'm gonna take it down the road. We're gonna see what kind of top speed we get out of it. Jack's gonna get on the Polaris 4-wheeler. That has a speedometer, and we're just gonna go off that this time. But just for fun, we're gonna do that. All right, here we go.
All right, you're gonna get smoked.
We'll see how bad it is.
You were going about 61.
Really?
That's what this thing was saying.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go easy on you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You said we had 61, huh?
61 or 62 or something like that.
61 or 62 going downhill.
You'll see.
200 cc's of pure power with 2 big wheels. That's not bad. Not bad. The drag race, I mean, I got blown out, but that's 200 versus 570. We'll try to run some more drag races with that thing against some of the other more comparable ATVs. Like maybe the 200X versus that might be kind of good.
You think so?
All right, guys, we're gonna get back up to the farm, and we'll see you there. All right, guys, we got another test going on the big wheel. Jack, where are you going?
Taking a pee.
Oh, Jack's taking a pee over there. We got Bobby's camper down here. This is down by the woods. Jack's peeing over there. Back in there, that is one of the maple woods, as you can see the tubing back there. So what we're gonna do, guys, here is we're gonna do another test. Jack is gonna run the big wheel through this plowed field.
Oh Lord.
Gonna see how it goes on 2 wheels. And yeah, as you can see, this is a cornfield behind us. The guys that rent the farm, the land, they planted corn here already, but they skipped planting here because it was just a little too wet for them, apparently. I don't even know. The thing is with these big farmers, guys, they have to get done so fast. When they get their equipment out, they just go fast, fast, fast. They don't want to go slow anymore. They don't want to take time. They have to get back into the house so they can apply for their subsidies. They need more time for that. Oh! Woo! Woo!
That's hard.
What do you think of that?
That's hard.
That's hard?
Yeah.
Hey, when you go back up along the fence, watch out for those big holes. Be careful. That was cool. That was fun.
Go.
Kick that thing down. Jack did that in shorts and a tank top.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, a couple things about this machine. Like when I got it, like I said, pretty much all original and everything like that. Really clean for the most part. I did have to do a few things to it. Of course, I changed the oil in it. It looked like the oil hadn't been changed in eons. Put a new spark plug in it. I did put a new air filter in it. The air filter was all jacked up. It was just a little piece of foam around the cage held together by zip ties. So that was pretty bad. And what else did I do? I think that was about it. The only funky thing, I have decal kit that I'm going to put on it. The only funky thing about it is when I looked into this thing that I found out was that the carburetor is not an OEM carburetor off of one of these machines. It's supposed to be a TK carburetor. I researched that and looked that up. And for whatever reason, although this thing is all there, doesn't look like it was touched very much at all or messed with, for some reason it has a cheap Chinese carburetor. The kind that you can get these off of eBay really cheap for like 25 bucks. And I don't know if you noticed it or heard it in the video a couple times. It does sputter a little bit. It doesn't run bad. It runs pretty good, but it does just kind of have a little bit of a backfire from time to time. And I've played with the jetting a little bit on the main needle on there, but that's about the only adjustment you can make because I took the carburetor apart, cleaned it, and I look inside there and it doesn't, I don't know where you would get jets for this thing. Like, is it based off a existing carburetor that's out there and it would take the same jets? The jets in there didn't look like anything I had seen that are on any of our other ATVs. So I'd like to find an OEM carburetor for this and then rebuild it, get a rebuild kit and put it in this. I think it would run a little bit better. So we got the thing back in the garage. Jack took it for a nice little ride there. That looked cool. That looked fun. What did you think about going through that plowed field?
It was difficult. Very difficult.
But it can be done.
Oh, it has been done.
It has been done. You conquered new lands. We got this thing in the garage, guys. The 250R sitting over here. I've got ignition problems with this, so I'm trying to dig to the bottom of what's going on with that, but hopefully soon we'll get that out. This has been my most difficult ATV of all times. It just has. It's always got something on the fritz, it seems.
And it makes sense because it was probably the worst one that you bought.
Yeah,
from original.
Of all our entire collection, this was the
sketchiest,
the most sketchy one for sure, for sure. But this thing's a cool thing to add to the collection, the BigWheel, for sure. I like it. You know, the BigWheel 350, that would be one that I'd probably like to get to one day, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. Guys, just as a teaser, one of these days, Jack and I are going to start up the 87 Mustang GT over here. It does run. It hasn't been driven much in the last 15 years, but we're gonna start that up and we'll show you that video too. I guess that's about it. I'm glad I'm back. Jack's back. Glad to do another ATV vintage father and son video, guys. Hope you all enjoy watching. Please like and subscribe and comment below how much you love our shifting. And remember, always keep it real.